everyone, this is Direwolf20, and welcome to episode 44 of Direwolf20's Enigmatica6 play series, where I'm making lots of mana. I'm making lots of mana. I found that charging yourself to around level 75 or 80 is pretty darn close to a full pool's worth of experience. Maybe even a little bit higher. So I've just been kind of chilling here, filling up the pool off camera between episodes for a little bit. I also filled up 2 full mana tablets in addition to having this pool almost all the way full. So my hope being that that'll be enough mana to get us, you know, the Portal to Elfheim and unlocking all that stuff so that we can proceed. Now, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm going to probably want to come up with another way of making mana. I'm basically using the Rosa Arcana here to generate mana from my experience as a let's really quickly get a whole bunch of mana so we can get into some more advanced forms of mana generation, and then we could, you know, have fun. I don't know if that mod that expands Britannia is in the pack. The one that, you know, has like the Nether Star Flower and all that stuff that we played with in my Let's Play. So if that's not here, we'll, you know, come up with something in just native Britannia that'll be good. I think that would be a plan. I've also already refilled my Insightful Crystal, which worked really well. I found that the Insightful Crystal's experience is right around 600 or 700 buckets worth of experience. So it was almost empty, and I popped it into that thing downstairs that feeds experience. And at the time, I had about 1.2 million essence. And then when it was done filling, I had about 600,000 essence. So I want to say it's about 600 to 700 buckets worth of experience, or 600 to 700,000 millibuckets. That'll be used to fill up the Insightful Crystal with holding 7 on it. So, just some metrics and some numbers for you guys to think about as you decide, you know, do I have enough experience to just turn into mana? Maybe you do. Maybe you don't. It depends how much experience you have, but at least now you have an idea, right? So, that's the gist. Now, once this thing is full, the flowers themselves will fill up. And then once the flowers themselves fill up, they'll stop draining mana, and then I can pop it back into my crystal. And there's no downside, by the way, to being at level 100. It's just draining an X set amount of experience, so it's not draining levels, it's draining experience. So there's no harm in being at level 100. Like, it's not more efficient to do one level of experience at a time. And you'll notice that specifically because you drain when you're at level 80 a lot slower than you drain when you're at level 10. So, you know, it's a good way. So let's jump into Britannia today, get what we can get going. So we're probably going to want some sparks. We're probably going to want a terrestrial agglomeration plate. These are all things that we're going to want. Oh, I have a Rosa Arcana here I can hand in. That's sweet. So let's get sparks. Yeah, let's definitely do those. And then we're going to want the terrestrial agglomeration plate, which means we're going to want some terrasteel. Yes. In addition to that, we're going to want the Portal to Elfheim to happen. So we're going to want our Elven Gateway Core. We're going to want our Natura Pylons, some Glimmering Living Wood, and all that good stuff. And then that'll get us to the point where we've got, you know, Elfheim Portal open. And then we can do some Spark Augments and some Elven Mana Spreaders and all that good stuff to make things better. Ooh, Elfsteel Pylon. Okay, Mana Infuser. Is this the one that... Yeah, it might be. Yeah, maybe that mod is here. Which mod is this from? This is from Mythic Botany. Yes, that mod is in the pack. We can now confirm that that mod is, in fact, in the pack. This is the one that generates, like, crazy amounts of mana from Nether Stars. So that's cool. That's cool. I forgot the name of the mod, but now that I remember, it's awesome. Sweet. So these flowers do exist. The ones that, you know, do the things. This one also has Mjolnir and like some pretty cool Elfheim-y stuff. Sweet. I'm excited. That's pretty good. That's a good time. So with that all said, let's get to work, shall we? So first things first, let's get our terrestrial agglomeration plate and some sparks. So we're going to want at least a pair of sparks. That should be cool. Task completed. Sparks. Task completed. Living Rock. Yay. And that would give me an epic loot box. Ooh, I got an overgrowth seed. Those are nice. Spectralist. Is this the one that Is this the one that, this one might be... This flower might need Alfheim portal stuff, so that's why I'm not seeing... Yeah, it needs pixie dust. I want to say the Spectralist is the one that is the... You have to drop wool on it, but you have to do it in the right order, and it has to be like white, orange, yada, 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 in the right order over and over again, and it generates mana. I think that's what the Spectralist does, though I could be completely wrong, and we'll find out. Alright, so that's cool. So we've got a couple sparks. Let's get our terrestrial agglomeration plate here. What I'm going to do is snag what few runes I have available. I might just put everything in the refined storage system. We'll see. I've got a lot of living wood, so that's nice, and some mana steel. I might not want to mess with the flowers just yet. I might want to leave them in there for now. Just so I remember that I have them handy. Yeah, I think that's a plan. I think that's a good plan, actually. So what do we have by way of this? So we're going to need 3 of you. And we're going to need a block of mana steel. Which is just going to need a block of iron. Which, I'm low on iron again. I'm going to off-camera do the iron processing thing. And then try to figure out where all my iron is going. Because I constantly say I'm low on iron. And I never do anything about it. Ever. At all. But I'm also shocked at, like, we're getting 6 stacks of iron from each one of these, and I keep doing it, and I keep getting surprised when we're out of iron again. It's like, wow, I'm really using that much iron. To do, absolutely, is fully automating ore processing. We'll get around to it. Back in a minute when this is all done, though. Alright, all crafting ready to go. I've got my terrestrial agglomeration plate. And now I want a few blocks of lapis. Is it 4 or 5? I always forget. I always forget which one's which. We want 4 lapis and 5 living rock, so we should be good there. And hey, more living rock. Yay. Sweet. I decided to kick this off. I have a lot of living wood. I think I got some from a quest reward, maybe. I don't have as much living rock by far, so I wanted to make sure I had some of that handy. Cool. All right, so now with the agglomeration plate ready, let's prepare. I'm probably going to wind up moving my Britannia area at some point. I wouldn't be surprised if I wind up moving my Britannia area at some point. But for now, we're just going to... Cool. Hey, excuse me. Rude. Exceedingly unkind. Boom. And then the sparks. And then some diamonds and some pearls would be cool. And maybe just a bit more iron on hand would also be cool. Excellent. I made sure to have some experience on me ready to refill that pool. Wow, that used a lot of mana. Holy cow. Surprised at how much mana that used, but that's okay. And then 1, 2, 3 of you. Now this might magnet up to my inventory, so I'm going to back up a little bit. But there we go. Our first terrasteel. Nice. I still love Britannia's particles and cool stuff that it does. Even after all these years of playing Britannia, I'm still like, man, the agglomeration plate crafting visuals are just so lovely. So cool. I love that. I love it all. Dancer in the Dark from Mythic Botany. Alright, sweet. So that is me completing this quest, right? And now we're going to want to do you guys. We're going to want a couple Natura pylons and an Elven Gateway core. So let's take our terrasteel. Let's do that. Let's do our glimmering living wood. I think we need 3 of those, right? And then a Elven Gateway core. And then some living wood and a couple Natura pylons. One, 2. One, 2. Beautiful. Now, do I want to set this up, like, right here, where all my other Britannia-y things are? Or do we want to hold off a little bit on that and place it somewhere. I guess we can just leave it here. It's fine. I don't see any reason not to just put it here, right? If we decide to relocate things, we could always do it later. Cool. I like this plan. We'll plop down our gateway core and our... Almost like I've built these before, right? And then we're going to want a pair of mana pools. The portal to Elfheim. Done and done. And then we're going to want to fill you with mana. Sweet. That's why I got 2 of those tablets, by the way. And boy, am I glad I did as much as I did. Let's drain all our experience out of here and be ready to refill that thing. I'm just going to get, I don't know, 75 to 80-ish levels, and we'll see how much that gets me. It doesn't hurt to have some extra on hand. Unless, of course, I'm going to die. You don't want to die with 70 levels of experience, I assume. And once we get the portal to Elfheim open, by the way, we can get mana flowing a little bit faster, and that would be nice. All right, cool. So then you guys chill here and here. I like that. And then your job is to open up the portal. Nice. I always like how the portal blocks the rendering of the pylons behind it. It's just a thing that happens. It's kind of funny, actually. I actually don't know why that happens, to be honest with you. I wonder if the portal's supposed to be like that portal doesn't block them. But anyway, we did the thing. Hooray! Epic loot box. Ooh, Rune of Spring. Ooh, not bad. All right, lots of sparks, too, that we happen to have all of a sudden. I assume that was some kind of quest reward. Exoflame. So let's see what the Spectralist does now. You know what? I need to drop you in here. Oh, good. Wow, that actually worked? I'm shocked. For a moment, I was like, wait a second, that's the Akashic Tome. That's not going to work. I think I just voided my Akashic Tome. Oops, looks like I'm going to have to make a new Akashic Tome. But then, magically, it's fine. That's amazing. I am legitimately shocked that that actually maintained and worked. Now I'm wondering, like, how did that work? Like, I mean, to be fair, Akashic Tome was originally written by Vasky, who also originally wrote Britannia, so I guess it's not super shocking that that would work. But also, I'm still impressed that that worked. Like, my brain completely forgot that was an Akashic Tome for a minute. So, okay, cool. Lexica Britannia, hello. Hello, hello. So now can I look at the Spectralist and see if I'm right about it being the sheep one? Yes, refined wool, but you wonder what would happen if you gave it wool straight from the source. Really? You can do that? Yeah. Straight from the source. Good question. I don't know that I think I've once or twice set up a Spectralist flower. Maybe that would be a fun alternate, you know, mana generation dude. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. The main point being is that we now have the portal to Elfheim good. Boop, 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 boop. Goodbye, everybody there. So with the portal to Elfheim open, I wouldn't mind an Elven mana spreader. That would be cool. So let's do this. Let's drop 1, 2. So now we have all the, you know, at least all the quests complete, but also stuff that I know we'll eventually want. Badoop. Oh, a Medjimone, functional flower. Which one's that? Solid as a rock. Oh, that one's cool. I remember that one. It just makes all nearby mobs just freeze in place. That's a cool flower, in fairness. This is the one that generates flowers magically. Mystical flowers. So that's also a cool one. Okay, good deal. So let's... now, oh, and we got another Spectralist. Neat. Let's make the good mana spreader. So I think we're going to want to take some of you guys. And I wouldn't mind an Elven mana spreader. to replace you two. And we will bind you, and we will bind you, and we will make sure that you're bound to that one, and we'll make sure that you're bound to that one. And the reason for that is now the mana spreaders go a little bit quicker. I might be able to double this up because you're having no problem with your mana spreading. So I might be able to have 2 Rosa Arcanas feeding into this one and 2 into that one. And that would be pretty awesome, frankly. So what I might do real quick is drop that dude there. Thank you. Make a couple of these. I'll be back in a minute. I'm going to make those 2 off camera real quick. Alright, so with this Rosa Arcana also feeding the Elven Mana Spreader, we're good. Now, just out of curiosity, if you were also to feed this one, are you building up an internal buffer? You kind of are. So it's just barely more than... It's just barely more than 3 can handle, right? So we really do need to do 2 flowers per... Oh no, I wanted you to bind to here and you to bind to here. So you're draining now, which makes sense. You guys are also draining now, and you're fast. So we could do 1 more of these, and we'd be good. I was just testing to make sure that I could actually do what I thought I could do. And let me sleep through this night. Okay, and this one will bind to you. Cool. So you will bind to you. Okay. So then you guys should all be going at full tilt. That's pretty cool. And that should be generating lots and lots of mana for me, for which I am pleased. Nice. Alright, I am now refilling my mana tablets that I have, so I have, like, basically 1 pool's worth of mana here. Now, remember from last time I messed with this, it's pretty expensive to enchant stuff, and I wasn't doing level 7 enchants. So I'm a little bit concerned at how ridiculous the cost of this will be, but I guess we'll find out. I guess we'll see how this goes. I've got all the stuff I need here. So we'll probably... Let's go set this up somewhere that's not right here, because I don't want to crowd this area too much. What I'm thinking is maybe over in this direction. I could clear out some of what's here. And then we could probably do that. Why did I hear a Pillager? Where did he come from? Am I crazy, or was he not here? Like, did I literally just walk by this spot and he was not there? Am I crazy? Don't answer that. Or maybe do answer that. I don't know. Decide for yourselves if you want to answer that. Maybe down in this-ish area. I must be the only Minecrafter who doesn't, like, build nice structures. I'm just like, oh, let's just put another thing outside. Who needs another building? Oh, hello. Another pillager, you say. Yeah, exactly, buddy. Don't mess with the dyer. Don't mess with the dyer. That's all I gotta say. Alright, cool. So let's... Oh, I've got Bad Omen, too. I better drink something before I bring a raid on a village. Goodbye, Bad Omen. Let's place this with this dude. So let's visualize it. Right here seems like a good spot. How do we feel about that? Okay. Is good. Now, does that have to be obsidian underneath? I want to say yes. And then the lapis block here, and then any flowers. It shows white flowers, but you can use any ones. Let's do these guys here. Oh, you're tall. I don't want tall mystical flowers. I don't think that will work. Oh, and I shouldn't be breaking them like that. I guess I'll throw a red one in. It doesn't super matter. And a purple one. It really doesn't matter what flowers you use, by the way. And you can tell that by virtue of the fact that the number at the top of the screen is increasing as I place them. Stupid bounding box. Easy to miss. Ding! And then click that, and oof! How cool is that? All right. So now let's get, I'm probably going to want, let's do 4 pools here. Right? Does that sound cool? I'm going to put 1 in each spot. Now, do I need sparks? Place via right-click the item to be enchanted in the enchanter itself and drop enchanted books with the desired enchants within the Obsidian Circle. Note that the pre-enchanted items can't be placed in the enchanter. So basically we need to put all the books for the item around the enchanter and the enchanted item itself on the enchanter, right? Right-click with the one of the forest. Once it's finished scanning nearby books, the spell circle will appear. The books can safely be picked up again at that point. Note that the scan will only pick up the first enchantment on a given book. Multiple enchants from one book will not be applied. The enchanter requires mana during the enchantment. Mana can be fed by a mana burst or with a spark over the enchanter's core, the latter way working much faster. Yes, so when the enchanter has received enough mana, the enchanting process will wrap itself up. They will be applied. Yes, don't break this. Don't break the multi-block while it's in the middle of working. That's a, you know, an obvious thing that we're gonna hear. So let's get each of these filled up halfway. And that'll be effectively 2 pools worth of mana, right? I'm going to go fill up from my mana generator over there. And hopefully 2 full pools of mana will be enough to do 1 enchant. But I also wouldn't be shocked if that wasn't the case. I'm going to do whatever item I have the least number of enchants to apply on it first. And see how much mana it winds up using, and then we're gonna have to probably figure out a way to get lots and 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 lots of mana. Because my suspicion is we're gonna need lots and 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 lots of mana. That's just a guess. I might be wrong. I frequently am, but I don't think I will be about this. But we might. Well, I will see. We'll see. Cool. So first things first, let's stand here for probably about 5 or 10 minutes and feed mana into this thing? Yeah, I think that's where we're going to be at. You have a decent amount of mana that you need. I'm not going to get a full pool for my current experience amount, and my Insightful Crystal's empty. So let's real quick just check. I've got 892 buckets of liquid experience. I'm going to go do this relatively quickly. So 892... And this actually fills up pretty fast. If you're looking, it's, you know, 10% of the way done already. Right? So 892. We'll be back when this is full. Alright, it's full now. It just finished filling up. So let's see how much liquid experience we have left in refined storage. That would be 3 buckets. Accounting for probably the amount of experience that was generated during the process of filling up the crystal, it looks like I had almost exactly enough experience, which is hilarious. So let's say 900 buckets equals a full Insightful Crystal. I would say that that's a very good approximation. Because remember, like, mobs were dying in our basement while we were filling that up, right? So, I mean, I'm going to say very seriously 900,000 millibuckets, or 900k, or 900 buckets worth of experience equals a full Insightful Crystal. Yeah, that's probably an exceedingly good estimate. So let me get 2 more full tablets here, and then we'll be back. Alright, who's ready to see the stupid amount of mana that this is going to cost? Maybe I'll do my sword first? Does that sound cool? So let's go into our basement and decide how much experience, or how many enchants we want to put on our sword. Because I'm going to assume that's going to be the least, because it's really just going to be sharpness, looting, and maybe mending. But let's go see what else I had on there. I had a couple others, to be fair. Sword, We also had Capturing and Vorpal and Sweeping Edge. All that sounded cool. Pickaxe might be the best. Fortune, Efficiency, and Miner's Fervor. Let's do that. Let's do the Pickaxe first. But I also want to throw Mending on there. Because, yes. Any questions? Because, yes. Any questions? Yeah, so that should be the least number of enchants that I want to put on a thing. So we're going to put 4 enchants on of very high level. And we're going to see how much experience that winds up using. I'm really nervous because I expect this number to be quite high. I expect this to not be a good number. I expect this to be a very large number that's going to make Dyer very nervous. But let's see what happens. So step 1 is put the item that you want on the pedestal via right-click. Step 2, and I'm kind of waiting for the mana pools to fill up, because I want them to be full when we start. Even though I know what they're going to be. They're still going to be half, but like whatever. I guess I could do a little bit. Yeah, let's just go. Come on. Dyer wants. I got places to be. Let's go. All right. And then we just drop the books on the ground nearby. And we go. Did I miss something? I hit it with the... Right-click the enchanter with the Wand of the Forest. Okay, maybe I take off my magnet for a sec. There we go. And now we're cool. All right. We can pick up the books, and it starts doing the mana thing. Now, with the Wand of the Forest in your hand, you can look at the mana enchanter, and it'll show you the progress bar of enchanting progress. The fact that it hasn't moved at all yet is exceedingly concerning to me. Though, in fairness, my mana pools haven't really done a whole lot. So, yeah. What's, Are you... Oh, you know what? I have to put you on there. Hold on. You're not actually draining anything yet, so let's... If I want to stop you... I assume because I forgot to put the spark on the mana enchanter, I can't put it on now. Oh, nope, now it's good, now it's good. It's going. So it's draining mana. Oh, you know what? That's not terrible. It's actually making pretty good progress. Huzzah, it worked. Okay, that wasn't so bad. That wasn't so bad. That wasn't so bad. So we got Miner's Fervor, Fortune 7, Mending. Did I put Efficiency 7 on there? Why you know Efficiency 7? That's interesting. Why you know Efficiency 7? I mean, a lot of good stuff got on there, so that's nice. And I could just go add Efficiency 7, though I hate to lose the book. Though, in fairness, I could always pull it back off. So, I'm going to put it on manually with an anvil. Is that fair? I think that's fair, right? Efficiency 7? Why you don't want to accept Efficiency 7? Maybe you don't stack with Miner's Fervor? That could be it. It might be that it doesn't stack with Miner's Fervor. That's 100% possible. Maybe that's why it didn't work? Okay. I'm down with that. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put you guys back in here. And that was not that bad. Now, in fairness, when I stand here, you're going to repair my pick. Awesome sauce. Awesome sauce. How cool is that? Okay, not too shabby. Not too shabby. So that didn't drain quite as much experience as I thought it might. I thought that was going to be way more painful from an experience use point of view. And it wasn't that bad. Now, in fairness, it did drain... What is that? About a pool worth of mana, right? Because we had 4 half pools, and now we have 4 less than a quarter pools. So, you know, a little over a pool worth of mana was used to enchant just 3 enchants. Miner's Fervor, Fortune 7, and Mending 1. Armor is probably going to be quite a bit more pricey. So I think what we should do is consider the next form of mana generation. Now we know that Wither Stars are a ridiculously, hilariously large amount of mana generation. Like, we know that's a thing. That said, I have not gotten even close to automating the Wither yet. So I don't know that I want to go that route. And also, it's like almost too easy. It's almost too easy. So let's look at generating Flora and see what our options are. The Dandelion, it's just a big multi-block annoyance. All right, after doing a little bit of research, I found that one of the flowers I don't think I've ever tried this one, is the Shulk Me Knot. This is a flower that will generate, reportedly, ludicrous amounts of mana. Now, I don't know what ludicrous means. I'd be very curious to find out what ludicrous amounts of mana means to Botania. In my mind, ludicrous amounts means like an entire mana pool. I doubt that's the case though, but we'll find out because I want to try out this flower. So what it does is, if a nearby it uses shulkers, projectiles. If a nearby monster is targeted by and hit with a shulker projectile, meaning the shulker has to be aggroed on the monster. I can't have it try to shoot me and miss. And the Shulk Me Knot's internal buffer is empty, both mob and shulker will be killed, generating ludicrous amounts of mana from the process. No items are dropped, no experience, they're both lost, and they must be within the flower's range, both of them. So a couple things that we can do to make this happen. Number 1 is we need to spawn a shulker. Now, I might wind up doing this with Industrial Foregoing or something along those lines, but we can use the Cocoon of Caprice to spawn a shulker. From a little bit of Googling and researching, it looks like the Cocoon of Caprice is an item that we can use to basically spawn any random baby animal. But if you feed it certain items, like chorus fruit, it will encourage it to become a shulker. And according to the Googles, 20 chorus fruit gives you a 100% chance of getting a shulker. So I'm going to try that so that we can see how much experience or how much mana we get. In addition to that, there's the High-Side Dream. What this does is it uses mana to fuel artificial anger emotions and nearby mobs, turning them against each other. So this flower is how you would encourage the shulker to be angry at whatever nearby mob you have. So I think this is what I'm going to try next episode. We're going to come back, we're going to get a Cocoon of Caprice, feed it chorus fruit so that it grows and spawns into a shulker. Then we're going to have a High-Side Dream nearby. We will probably just go pick up a zombie or some random mob with a mob imprisonment tool. We'll bring it nearby. We will let it shoot the zombie. It will activate the levitation effect. We will have the Shulk Me Knot flower standing nearby and see if it generates what is accurately described as a ludicrous amount of mana. If the answer is yes, and we're like, wow, that was even better than I thought, what I'll probably do is automate that using some form of combination of mods. Because we could automate it with, with stuffs, but I think we'll, stick with an easier bit of automation by combining with like Foregoing or some other mod to make it spawn. We'll probably do something along the lines of a shulker spawned specifically with Foregoing, and then maybe Cursed Earth type things, mechanical dirt, to spawn a random mob nearby, and maybe we'll automate it such that we like disable the Cursed Earth when there's not a shulker nearby. So like, and we could read the amount of mana in the flower. So we'll do some like redstone-y control, and what we'll say is like, hey, if the mana in the flower is empty, and then if the mana in the flower is empty, we'll spawn a shulker. If the mana in the flower is empty and there's a shulker there, then we'll enable the Cursed Earth to spawn like a zombie or something. Let them aggro. Once those things happen, maybe we'll have like a failsafe kill extra mobs. So like if there's mana in the flower, turn on a mob killer. That could be fun. So that if extra mobs spawned while the shulker was doing its killing, it would kill the excess mobs. And then that would be kind of neat, right? That sounds like a lot of automation and fun stuff to set up. Hopefully. Fun? Cool? We'll see. Let me know what you guys think. For now, Devil 20 signing off. Hope you enjoyed the episode. We'll come back next episode and get working on something along those lines. All right, everyone. Take it easy.